Ashlee, how are you feeling after your win here in Hamburg?
I'm so happy. It's my first finish, not my first fight, or not my first win, but my first finish, and that's all I wanted for the last couple months, so it's like my dream comes true. It's perfect.
When did you start to feel the fight turning in your favor?
At the end of each round, end of the first round, end of the second, my coaches told me that, they thought that I was winning the round, but you never know, and not until I was elbowing her in the face in the last round that I knew I had it, had the fight won.
Do you feel like you had a size advantage out there tonight?
I think that's evidently clear, yeah. I don't know if I'll ever fight someone that short, at least. Obviously she came in a pound heavier for some reason, but I think I'm a big girl for 35s, and I cut a decent amount of weight. I think I'm average for my weight class. I think she might be small, but that's her problem.
Do you think she should be fighting at maybe strawweight or?
That's what I said in the last interview, but who am I to say that? Honestly, some people feel like they shouldn't cut that much weight, or, they like to be shorter and stockier, thicker, kind of like a wrestler body. But who knows? That's her deal, not mine. I feel like I have a good body type for my weight class, not too tall and too skinny, for body locks, but also not too much junk in the trunk.
So you mentioned, of course, that she took this fight on short notice, and she's a pretty unorthodox striker, lots of weird kick combinations. How do you go about preparing and training for a short notice fight against someone of that fighting style?
I'll give her some credit. I thought that since she didn't set those kicks up, with her hands, I thought that would mean that I could see him coming easier, but clearly she landed some nice spinning back kicks in the first couple rounds. Didn't feel very powerful and didn't take much out of me at all, but she got me, she landed it clean, so good for her. But taking the fight on 2 weeks and her being my first southpaw was a little bit difficult, but, I got the win at the end of the night, so obviously not that bad, wasn't that bad.
2 straight wins, you beat ranked Marion and now Veronica, yeah. What's next for you?
That's up to the UFC, I'm not the matchmaker, I'm just a fighter. I've never said no to a fight. I would like to think that they would put me against someone of equal record or status, or better, that they think is better, that is just going to put on an awesome fight. And to me, that's all that matters. People said, "Oh, you got lucky because you didn't fight Jermaine." No, I didn't. I want to fight people that are going to challenge me and make people go, "Oh, we didn't know she's that good." We thought she was going to lose. I'd rather come into a fight having people expect me to lose than having people expect me to win. That's not fun to watch. So I'm still happy about the win, because Veronica was an undefeated fighter. She's tenacious. She's very good. But I just want to fight game opponents who are going to go in there and throw down with me, not back up, and who aren't easy.
Is there a particular name that sticks out as far as somebody's game?
She is on a good winning streak, and who am I to say give me a higher ranked opponent since I'm only 13 or whatever. But yeah, I'll say it. I would like to fight Raquel Pennington again. I want to rematch her. I'm not going to take that win away from her, but there are certain times in MMA where you say, "Oh, that person just got caught," and I've never said that except for that one time. And she's getting better and better and better, but so am I. So I think it'd be an awesome fight. Maybe she might not want it, because I'm ranked lower than her, but I'm calling her out, so she's a woman, she'll step up and fight me, but it's whoever the UFC puts in front of me, really.
What would you do differently in a rematch that you feel you didn't really get right in the first fight?
I'm not going to make any excuses. There were a couple factors that played into my preparedness. Taking the fight on short notice, filling in for Holly Holm, and just kind of the first time being in the UFC and all that. But I just think I'm better now. She was better than me that night, and she's probably better than me back then. But I'm better than her now, and can you blame me? I just want a chance to prove that I can take that loss off my record. It'll always be there, but it's a little redeeming when you beat someone that you've previously lost to. I have cotton mouth, sorry.
The division's pretty wide open now. We've seen some crazy changes of the belt now, and it seems like everything's kind of up for grabs, that you can make a real run. Do you feel like perhaps this is your opportunity now, that perhaps more than before when Ronda Rousey sat on the throne, that now you really have a much larger chance of getting to the top?
Yeah, that's Probably the number one question asked by all interviewers. Not saying it's a bad question, it's a great question. The division is open, the belt's changing hands. It's like an awesome game of chess now. You know, like, will wrestling beat striking? Will striking beat jiu-jitsu? Will jiu-jitsu beat judo? You don't know, and it's fun, and that's what makes MMA awesome. And now it's everyone has a favorite fighter. You know, it's not one fighter that everyone's like, oh, we can't wait till we see this person fight. And I wish that person all the best of luck. Maybe that person comes back. You never know. But I think the division open. It makes the sport more exciting. You know, women's MMA is growing, and yeah, it gives me a chance to get to the top a lot quicker too.
And how do you feel about the stoppage against Macedo? I feel like it was the right time, or perhaps could have come a bit quicker.
Oh, quicker. I was like, blood was spewing out of her head, and she wasn't really defending. I don't know. She wasn't making any noises down there like she was hurting or something, and maybe I'm a big woman. I'm on top of her, so I think she was trying to move. So I think the ref did a good job. I didn't see blood at first, and then like 4 or 5, how many elbows later, I started to see the blood. She wasn't moving. I don't know how much time was on the clock. I just kind of got into the zone, but I think it was a good stoppage.
First time in Europe, how do you find it fighting in Europe, or do you prefer to like fight in the States?
Oh, shoot. So far, so good. You know, it's hard to enjoy the country when you're cutting weight. You're kind of like, oh, I hate life. But after I made weight, there was a beautiful festival by the hotel, lights, food, people just happy. Everyone's speaking a different language around me. My first time fighting out of the country. I feel like a little girl, you know, the first time at the candy store. I'm so happy. And I get to bring 3 of my coaches with me. So I don't know, I couldn't ask for it, and I got the win. So this is like my little fairy tale. This is, you know, some girls want to go and put on a ballet recital. All I wanted to do is go to another country and be another girl up, you know? And I got that. So I just feel like everything worked out perfectly. And Germany itself is great. Everyone's super nice. Yeah, I'd like to come back and fight here again for sure.
How will you celebrate this win now here in Germany?
I just want to be with my team and just talk about the fight, sit down and, talk about what we can work on, where we're going to fight next, and just enjoy it. So maybe we'll go get some Wiener Schnitzel or whatever it's like, German or something.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you.